What a wonderful blessing it has been to be in the beautiful country of Guatemala and being with Mission Guatemala and through our church at Centerville United Methodist with Jason Morris as our pastor. Just blessed to have had the health and the energy and the courage to come to a different country and a different climate and different people, and what beautiful people and beautiful country it is. I just thank the Lord for being with us and guiding us and directing us to this beautiful place, and for the flowers and the greenery. It is an opportunity to share with people back in Indiana. Thank you.
About 3 different people that had been down here tell me that it would change my life once I came down here. I wasn't sure exactly what they meant by that. They didn't explain. But after spending a week down here, I see what they mean. From the time that we left Dayton, we had 2 smooth flights, probably the smoothest flights we ever had. And the sun rising in Atlanta made you really feel like God was with us on this trip. When we got here, I was amazed at the poverty, which I anticipated, but I was surprised about Guatemala City and how modern it was, and how everything else was just really bad. High on one side and low on the other. But the main thing that I got this week was that the Guatemalan people that worked with us and the ones that we saw were happy and content and loved God, and that made me feel pretty good that they welcomed us and that we were able to help them a little bit. And I think that if we would take a lesson from them and slow down and enjoy life a little bit and not worry about all of the material things, would be a lot better.
I think what I'll take back from this trip is the look that we saw in the contractor's eyes yesterday. Jason and Mission Guatemala did a wonderful job of preparing us for our trip. And we've seen many, many beautiful and wonderful things this week. Beautiful mountains, tropical plants and gorgeous flowers, a fog that could blanket an area faster than any fog in Indiana. Crazy traffic on treacherous hairpin curves, and the sweetest children with the biggest smiles and friendly people everywhere. But what I didn't expect to see was the connection that our team would make with the contractors, Diego, Josh, and the contractors. Josh was an American, Diego and Elmer could speak English, and the other 3 could not speak any English at all. Yet we were all able to work as a team to build a dining room and kitchen for the Guatemalan children there in the community. So as we said our goodbyes, we could see God's love in their eyes. And this is what I'm going to remember the most from our trip.
The highlight of my trip would probably be interacting with the Guatemalan construction people. They are very bright and they make the work joyful, and they're very family oriented, and you can see the spirit in them, and it makes you feel good working with them. This is an unbelievably beautiful country. Weather's somewhat unpredictable at times, but other times it's fantastic. I'm looking at an avocado tree within 10 feet of me. It's just a wonderful place. If you ever get a chance to come down here, it's well worth it. And Mission Guatemala is doing all that it can do in the right way all the time.
Last year, Jason came to our church, and we had just gotten back from a trip to China, and we were having a pitch-in dinner in his honor as our new minister, and I sat down next to him, and I mentioned that we had just got back from a mission trip to China, and he said, well, then you'll go with me to Guatemala. Well, that was in June of 2014, and here it is October 2015, and we're here. And even though it was Jason who asked me here, it was really God who asked through him and through Charlie. So that's how I see it. But as far as what this trip has meant for me, realizing Tuesday night when Kevin shared from his tablet about the history of Guatemala and the Civil War that had gone on for 36 years, and then the following night we heard from Joe Penguin the exact same story, reconfirmed how these people have struggled. They have a very rich country, and yet they're very poor. Nutrition is a real issue, particularly protein. Just grateful to be here.
On Wednesday evening, after we had a very fine dinner in Pana, I rode back to the river house with Elmer, who was our translator. Now, he actually pitched in and helped us work. I really didn't even know he was a translator until a little later. But we sat in the back of a tuk-tuk on the way back to the river house and shared our life stories a little bit. And he's asking me about my education. I told him I was a graduate of a college in Indiana and met my wife there, and he was really interested in the story. And then I asked him about his situation, and he said that he has a wife and a son, Elmer Jr. And then he said to me, and I'll never forget this, he said, "My dream is for my son, Elmer Jr., to go to the United States and graduate from college." So, you know, I guess what I'm saying is we're working out there at the site. We are pouring concrete. We're laying block. We're building a cafeteria. But actually, I think the real thing that we are building is relationships. In fact, I would say that the whole purpose of Mission Guatemala is to build relationships. And in doing so, we're giving the people of Guatemala hope. And it's funny how fast you can get attached to these people. Like just in the 5 days that we worked with them, I really got close to Elmer. And when he left, I made a little sign here. I'll show you. It says, and this is, I got a picture with Elmer holding this sign up, and it says, "Amigo de por vida," friends for life.